Hello everyone, this is a Steven Universe discussion video on Pearl versus Amethyst. And I apologize if I sound a little off or if I don't feel that well. I legit just woke up and my recording schedule is a little bit late. So this video is a little bit later than what I intended it to be. But anyway, Pearl versus Amethyst. Before you even bring it up in the comments below, Amethyst beat Pearl in On the Run. Or the other side of the argument, Pearl said in On the Run that Amethyst can't beat her. That means Pearl wins by default. I'm ignoring all of those types of claims, okay? So if you say anything like that, I'm not going to bring it up. Because my honest opinion, I think that fight with On the Run was a tie. Because Amethyst ran away from the fight eventually, and then Pearl was just down. And yeah, she wasn't, completely just out, but it looked like she was struggling to get up, and it didn't look like that fight was going to continue for much longer if Pearl was continuing to fight, or if Amethyst wasn't all sad and stuff like that, and ran away. So that fight, in my opinion, was a tie, and if not that, there just wasn't an actual finish to it. A lot of fights in Steven Universe don't have lots of finish to them, or they just end up in a tie. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head, the few fights that actually do have finishes, are Alexandrite versus Malachite, and then Garnet versus Jasper. With that one, at least, Jasper legit said, "You only beat me because you're a fusion." So try not to argue with me on that one. Anyway, the actual topic. If I had to decide who would win the fight, I honestly couldn't tell you, but at the top of my head, I would most likely bet my money on Pearl, and the reason being is, well, let me just start with the Amethyst side. Amethyst, her fighting style is a little bit wild and unpredictable compared to the other crystal gems so much. Garnet just punches and uses future vision. Steven just uses whatever he can. Pearl is pretty much a teacher, and she knows how to fight for thousands of years, but I'll get into that later. Amethyst pretty much does whatever she wants. If she needs to shapeshift to anything she wants, then yeah, she can do that. Is the enemy going to be expecting her to shapeshift into a ball? No, because Amethyst can shapeshift into literally anything, a variety of things. Just like what Amethyst said, how can you prepare for something you know that you can't really be prepared for? It's something along the lines of that in Crack the Whip. How can you prepare for something, if you don't know exactly what you're fighting for or fighting against? It makes sense. You can't prepare for everything. So an enemy such as like Pearl, she can't predict or, call out every single one of Amethyst's attacks before she does it because, well, she doesn't know what she might do for all that matter. Pearl, on the other hand, the reason why I do bet my money on her when I just kind of said, Amethyst could win, something like that, why Pearl is that the biggest one is she is 1,000 years older than Amethyst, at least, if not more. But within those thousands of years, Pearl has fought in countless, hundreds, if not thousands, 5,000s, 10,000s, who knows, just a plethora of gems, different gems, bigger than her, smaller than her, faster than her, smarter than her, fusions most likely, maybe. She's fought in all of those types of gems for thousands of years when she was still like in her small, like little child state, like not like the form that we know of today. She was fighting all of those. Granted, she wasn't the best fighter. She wasn't winning all the time, kind of like Garnet said. She just kind of gave up her life, just threw it out there and then just died for rose quartz and then just came back to life, and then within minutes later pretty much did the same thing and got poofed again. Luckily she didn't get shattered. So yeah, Pearl might not be the number one fighter when it comes to winning. She doesn't win all the time, but she has the experience when it comes to fighting. That's why she teaches Steven a lot, or at least when it comes to fighting, training, and all that type of stuff. That's why she teaches it. So she has 1,000 years of experience when it comes to fighting quartz, gems, other types of gems that I probably can't name off at the moment. But she knows how to fight. That's what makes it big. And then the other things I could say for each side, for Amethyst, she's stronger than Pearl. I mean, that's kind of a given. I think you probably know that as well. She just looks like she is, especially with her purple Puma form. She's stronger than her, though Pearl is, of course, smarter than Amethyst. So it's kind of which one you want to go for, the smarter one or the stronger one. You got to decide here. For Pearl, she has range over Amethyst. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know how Amethyst works sometimes. Sometimes it's like small, and then other times, like within this clip, it seems like it's an entire mile long, covering up that entire gem monster. That is just, well, of course, magical, I guess. So, yeah, Pearl has range over Amethyst. Amethyst Whip can't reach Pearl as far unless she really tries to, but Pearl can fire off shots from her spear, like actual firing shots and all that type of stuff. Though one thing that Amethyst kind of has over Pearl is a bit of mobility. I know I kind of trash talk it here and there, or well, not trash talk it, or I just don't give it enough credit for what it actually is. Amethyst Spin Dash, she can move pretty fast when it comes to moving around and just mobility. Now, I'm not saying like super sonic fast or even like Jasper's Spin Dash fast, but a lot faster than running speed or sprinting speed than what the gems could probably do. Probably not Garnet, because I know that it's been said that she kind of has super speed, so I'm not sure about that. But Amethyst does have a bit of mobility over Pearl. And then I guess the actual weapons, when it comes to the gems, Pearl's Spear can poke, cut, and kind of slice, or slash, I should say. Amethyst Whip, she can cut that, but then again, as shown, Amethyst can just make more whips when it comes to that. Who knows how many whips she can make. She can make like up to, I don't know, a lot. And then Amethyst Whip, it can grab Pearl's Spear or just grab Pearl herself. It's got the grapple feature, and then, as you can see on screen, what she did to Steven in Steven versus Amethyst, that like she can tangle up her opponent, or sometimes when she also just grabs them, things like that. So she has that. She could probably like tangle up Pearl and then kind of do what I always say, grab them and then set the whip on fire, and then the trail goes to the opponent, and then it explodes, technically. Kind of like what she did with On the Run to Pearl's Spear. And that's pretty much it. So, as again, if I had to say who would win the fight, it would be Pearl, mostly because she's just more experienced when it comes to fighting. She's just pretty much smarter than Amethyst, also, when it comes to smart fighting and just kind of everything else. Though at the same time, she too can be just a little bit reckless. Depending on the situation, she can be just a little bit reckless as much as Amethyst, if not worse, when it comes to a fight. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this discussion video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have any suggestions for the next discussion video? I think I have it for next week. It's going to be about the temple gem, unless someone wants to say something below, or get a bunch of likes, or it's like, oh no, talk about this one instead. I'll see. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Have any suggestions? I'll see them best as I can. And if you want to draw any fan art for the channel, the email for the fan art will be in the description, so you could send it to me or just ask me about it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.